Hi and welcome back to Atonement Garage, the home of Atonement Bobbers. Just the latest update on my bobber build here, the Kawasaki Z 250. As you can see, I've now remounted the handlebars that I painted. I've remounted the speedometer and I've mounted the mirrors. At the moment it's got these plastic bags over them just to protect them while I'm doing the rest of the stuff around here. I've remounted the stock headlight and my new indicators, which all work. And I've cleaned the bike up a bit, as you can see as well. Okay, new flasher relay in there. I've cleaned up the engine a bit so you can see how it looks a little bit cleaner than what it was previously. And we'll just go around to the other side of the bike here. And you can see just on this side, just where I've remounted the exhaust on there now. So it's been remounted on there. And I've cleaned up the engine a bit here too, as you can see. It's a little bit shinier. Okay. Still there's a bit of a detail and clean, but as you can see now, I've finished the side covers. These have actually now been painted. You may be able to just see that little bit of metallic in there. It's a bit hard, but it does show up quite well in the sun. Okay. The other thing I've done is just painted these pieces, which is the seat mounting bracket, the fender mount, the gas cap, of course, I showed you yesterday. And here you can see now that I've actually sanded down and I've undercoated the fenders, both the front and the rear fender, and the actual gas tank has been sanded down and re-undercoated, and all three of these pieces now are ready to just get a final sand with some 400 grit wet and dry, and then they'll be ready for the next coat of the actual Tropicana metallic green. Just a couple of quick notes, guys. When I actually originally painted these, along with the bars, as I mentioned before, which have turned out really nicely now. Okay, I had to resand these bars back to almost bare because I'd used an enamel on there, which was not really the right thing to do. So if you want to save yourself some time, you really need to do these properly. Okay, so if you do them from stock, you need to use, if there's bare metal, use an etch primer for a couple of coats, then sand it back with some, say, 240. Okay, once you've sanded back with a 240, give it 2 coats of surface primer, which fills in some of the imperfections and so on in there. 1 coat of it, sand it again with some 240, another coat, sand it again, this time with some 320 or 400, depending on what you've got available. And then I've used a top coat of gloss acrylic, which is actually a acrylic automotive paint. 2 coats of that, and then 2 coats of clear on top of that. Okay, same as when I go to paint these guards, I've had to redo them a couple of times as well. The way to go is, if it's not back to bare metal, then basically sand it with some, say, 120. Then basically sand it with a finer grade at, say, 240. Undercoat it with the surface primer. Okay. Sand it back again with the 240. Give it another coat of surface primer. Okay. Sand it back with some 400. And then after you've done that and they've been sanded back with the 400, then they'll be ready for your coat or top coat before actually doing the final coat with the actual clear. The same thing I actually found with the gas tank as well. So it just saves you a lot of time, a bit more time in prep, but it certainly turns out a lot better at the end of the day. Alright, thanks again, guys, for watching here at Atonement Garage, as I said, the home of Atonement Bobbers, and I'll keep you updated. The bike's getting a bit further along now. The next job is to clean the carburetor out and reinstall it, and then it's just a matter of finishing the paint on those. I am looking at going to do some pinstriping on the front fender and the rear fender. Okay, the rear fender, just in regards to a little bit of pinstriping in this area here, because this is where the actual tail light will mount. Maybe some pinstriping here at the sides, because this will be covered by the number plate. This will be covered by the number plate. So a little bit of pinstriping on here, some pinstriping on the actual front fender, and then here we're looking at doing a little bit of pinstriping from the bung of the tank down this way, and I'm not sure what I might do at the sides. Maybe some pinstriping here, blended into some sort of a graphic on top of the actual colour. Then once all that's done, I can get those painted and mounted, and then I get the lighting and everything sorted out, just the tail light's not working at the moment. And then should be ready to take down the road for a roadworthy and then get it registered. Alright, thanks again. Hope you're enjoying these, and I'll keep you up to date. Thanks again. Bye.